everybody and welcome to In My Mug, episode 158 on Monday the 21st of November 2011. My name is Steve Layton and today I'm not in my normal setting. I have to excuse the background noise, there's a whole construction site going on down there, but it seemed nicer to do it with this kind of backdrop than to do it in my hotel room, which is where you are at the moment. So yeah, I'm in Ethiopia. I've been here all week. I'm actually leaving very late tonight, and I could have done this at home, but I'm guessing I'm going to run out of time. Kind of when I get back, I'm going to be fairly jet lagged, I imagine. It's not really jet lag because there's like 3 hours difference, I think it is. But you're tired from flying. It's not fun, and I would much rather kind of spend the time getting this up and then spend a bit of time with the family because I'm back. So apologies that it's not going to be perfect this week. If you're interested in how the trip's gone, I've done some blog posts, so link coming up somewhere, I don't know where, with some audio boos I've done of the trip. Hopefully you'll find those interesting, and my photos will also be up, so I'm going to pop another link somewhere for Flickr. For all of my photos from being here, and I'm going to be talking about it for many weeks to come. I think it's been a superb trip. I got to go to Harar, I got to go to Yirgachev, I got to go to Sidamo. I just basically been to so many places. I had such an amazing time, and yeah, it's been good fun. Anyway, In My Mug is about coffee, and we're going to be talking about coffee, and I'm going to be making coffee as I have been all week with, I did bring my AeroPress in the end. I actually brought some Cantans and my little Paulex grinder, and it's worked really well. It's been a godsend. The coffee here is not great. It's actually, they're not allowed to drink their own coffee in Ethiopia, or they can, but only the poor grades, like the reject stuff, which I find terrible. And they're not allowed to enjoy the amazing coffees that they have here. But yeah, the hand grind and everything's worked really well, so I'm going to be doing that in just a moment. So we've talked about it. So the coffee this week is Finca Los Brumas. Now this is a brand new coffee for us, first time we've stocked it, but it's kind of got a bit of history because it comes from our great friend Ernesto Mendez. Ernesto, La Lujon, Alaska, Los Andes, and obviously now we have Los Brumas. Visited the farm with Ernesto on my last trip last year, and this year even still, and an amazing, beautiful place. It's located in the Apaneca mountain region of El Salvador, which lots of the coffees that we stock, I think El Retiro, we were talking about a few weeks ago, is from the same range. It's around about a 45-minute drive from Santa Ana City. I know this because I remember the drive, and it is an amazing place. Altitude is 1400 to 1750 metres for coffee growing, and then 1750 up to 2000 metres, which is still the farm, is like kind of forest area with a clearing at the top. When I went on the trip, Ernesto had never been to the top since he'd had the farm because it's brand new to him, and because he knew I was coming, he stopped all the pickers from planting, and he got the road cleared. So we went up to the road and got to see the very top of the mountain. I'm going to show you some pictures now on the screen that you can see of the very top of this, the top of the farm. You can actually see the Pacific from the top of the farm, which is amazing. So yes, the varietal is Bourbon, with a little bit of Pacamara on there, and I think there's some other stuff. Now, I'm unclear of the complete varietals on there, and I think Ernesto is, because every time I've asked him about it, there's something a little bit different now. But for now, we're going to go with Bourbon. I don't think it is, but I'll go with what he tells me. And hopefully I'm going to go back again this year and spend some time on Los Brumas with him, and hopefully he'll have found out a little bit more then, because I know he wasn't, when we were on the farm, he wasn't 100% sure what was there either. So yes, and if anybody can find out, it's Ernesto. What else do I need to tell you about the farm? It's part of our direct trade agreements. we'd already shipped everything from El Salvador, and I kind of had a bit of a panic attack that I really wanted to buy from Los Brumas. So I made a phone call to Ernesto and said, any chance? And he went, well, I've got 10 bags left, do you want them? I was like, yes. So all the containers had left of the normal people we would ship it with, and to air freight 10 bags would cost a fortune. So some very kind importers had got one container still to come out, and they'd got a little bit of space. I don't think they'll ever do anything for me again, because it was a whole heap of hassle and pain for them. But we got there, and the coffee's here, and hopefully you're going to be drinking it now. So yeah, it's really cool. This is the first time we've done direct trade with Ernesto. The other times we buy via an importer who does a great job, and it's a very transparent chain through to Ernesto. But I'm very excited that we now have the opportunity to deal with him directly and to take them out the equation. Just because it excites me more when we can have coffees like that. So anyway, farm is called Finca Los Brumas. It's a Bourbon varietal. It's in the Apanica mountain range of El Salvador, grown at 1400 to 1750 metres, and it's a brand new coffee for us. So I'm going to whap you on pause. I'm going to go and make some tasty, delicious coffee, and I'm going to be back in just a moment. Okay, so I'm back. I made the coffee. First of all, as well, I forgot to mention early on that I'm sorry if this doesn't come out so good. I'm recording this on my camera and with a little microphone there, and I've got to try and pair the two up. I've never done this before, so if this doesn't come out as smooth, as slick as I would like, I apologise. But, you know, I'm on the road. Cut me some slack. So, let's try this coffee. So, I've brewed it as a Cantan, which I've been doing all week, which I've been loving. I absolutely adore them. I think they're brilliant. So, I have it as a brewed version. So, let's dive in. I love this coffee. I really, really love this coffee. I want you to think chocolate, okay? But not just any old chocolate. I don't know if you remember them. They're called Moncherie. So there's a little like a rounded chocolate, and I'm going to put a little picture somewhere of a Moncherie, and inside it was like liquid cherry. Now this is what I get with this coffee. It's just like biting into a Moncherie. You get the sweetness on the front end, you get the beautiful chocolate, but then all of a sudden you get this cherry running through, which is phenomenal. I mean, it's like real cherry. When I went down to the boys with this coffee when I first brewed it and said like, what do you think? And they were like, oh, what is that? And I just went, cherry. And they were like, yeah, okay, I get it. So real cherry, lovely and sweet, like a great cup. I think, you know, I know it's espresso. I've tried it espresso. It's great. It has all of that sweetness again and all of that cherry. It doesn't change a lot from the brewed coffee. In milk, I think it really comes through quite well as well, because you've got that heightened acidity, which just really helps in the cup. So, Wheel of Death. I'm not going to ignore the Wheel of Death this week, but I have fixed this a little bit, because if it came with macchiato, I'd be pretty screwed because I can't make espresso. So I'm going to bring out the Wheel of Death. Or should it be that way? Oh, it should be anyway. I'm not going to do the stupid movements, but Wheel of Death comes out, and this week it's going to be add sugar. So, wait there. This is slick. I forgot to bring the sugar out with me, but we have the sugar here. Now, I cannot stand coffee with sugar in. The reason I added it as one of the things in the Wheel of Death kind of options is I wanted the opportunity to talk about sugar, because it's an email I get quite a lot. So people will say, Steve, I like sugar. I like sugar in my coffee, and I feel really bad because I'm adding it to your coffees. Is this a bad thing? My reply is always no. What I've just done is I've tried this coffee without sugar, and I think it's delicious, and I think it needs no sugar added to it. So I've tried it, I think no, it doesn't need sugar, and I continue to drink it. While I've been in Ethiopia, I've done exactly the same. When I've been at some of the offices of the exporters, or if I've been in the hotel and I've had a coffee, and I didn't like it, so I went, I'm going to add a sugar. go. And then I'm going to give it a stir. And do you know what? I enjoyed those coffees more because I added sugar than if I hadn't have added them. So is that a wrong thing to do? Geez, no, it's the right thing to do. All coffee producers want you to do, and all I want you to do, is enjoy the coffee as much as you possibly, feasibly can. And if that means adding sugar, adding a syrup, adding a banana, I don't care. As long as you try it beforehand without, I'm dead. So, top tip from the wheel of death, whichever way it came from. Okay, so let's try it with sugar in. I don't like sugar. Don't like it with sugar in. But if you do, that is cool. You know, we're still brothers. We're still all cool. So, right, I'm going to wrap up because I'm getting silly because I'm still in Ethiopia mood. Yeah, I'm going to go out and do a little bit of walking around, and I haven't seen much of Addis Ababa at all. We've been in and out all the time, so I have all day today to edit this, have a wander around and get my flight back at 11 o'clock tonight. It says like it's coming now. I'm going to wrap up. Thank you very much for joining me. Sorry this is a little bit different, you know, but hey, we like different sometimes. Next week it will be back to normal. And do remember, life is too short for bad coffee and adding sugar to it.